Over the next 12 months, I'm going to introduce you to many of my good friends in the industry. They're going to share with you the state of their business and tips and tricks that will help you grow yours. I'm going to kick off this series by telling you where CitiTurf's at today and giving you a few ideas that maybe I haven't shared with you previously. CitiTurf was started as a part-time business. I was doing tech consulting at the time. I was involved in a couple other businesses, but I wanted to build CitiTurf, but it had to be a part-time thing. Most of you know me through Service Autopilot. During those times, I really wasn't able to be very involved in CitiTurf. It took us about 5 years to get to $1 million in revenue, and it took us roughly another 5 years to get to $10 million in revenue. We have 11,000 clients today. After we got to the $10 million mark, the growth of the business really slowed down. It's continued to grow all these years, but it's slowed down significantly. We haven't had the same type of growth as I described in the first 10 years. Also, over the last many years, we've improved what I'd call the quality of the revenue, meaning we transitioned the business away from heavily mowing and bed and bush work to more fertilization weed control. That's the number one service. Pest control, arbor care on the health side, not the trimming side, irrigation, and services of that type. So mowing still makes up millions of dollars for us. Bed and bush work still makes, it's seven-figure business. I don't know exact size, but we have moved the business towards higher margin services where it's just a little bit easier to recruit team members. That's the state of the business today. We're going to continue to grow it. It's a very well-run business, a very healthy business, and we'll just keep growing that business. So some things that I might have shared with you in the past, but I feel are really important to talk about. So typically if you hear me on a podcast or you've listened to Long Care Millionaire long enough, hopefully I've pounded into your brain that you've got to build marketing from the beginning. You've got to learn those skills. And then eventually you have to transition into being the individual that finds the very best people and learns how to manage the very best people, recruit the best people to join your team. I'm not going to go over all that. Rather, what I want to talk about is something I don't talk about as often. And it may not be very exciting, but I believe it's a difference maker, and it's focus. So let me explain. I'm going to give you a number of ideas. The way in which you go faster is not to necessarily do more stuff. The way you go faster is to be able to minimize the things that the organization's doing, be it you or your team members, so that you can get really good at those things and you can learn how to do them over and over and over again. So when I say too many things, I'm referring to you start a marketing campaign and you work on it because you're excited about it, and then you get a new idea and you start the next marketing campaign. But what you didn't do is implement the first marketing campaign, test the marketing campaign to see what the results are, track the results, and then iterate on it over and over and over again until you get something that works. What we normally do is we create something that we're excited about, we put it out there, results are okay, we move to the next great idea. We don't stay on the first idea and refine it and go deep with it and improve it and figure out how to make it work. Or maybe figure out it's never going to work and you do, in fact, need to move to the next campaign. Or maybe we do too many services. We grow one service item to hundreds of thousands of dollars. It gets harder to sell more of that service to more clients. And so we start the next service, and we start the next service. And sometimes it's justified because you're in a small market, but generally it's not justified. We do too many services that require we have too many individuals with unique skill sets. There's too many things we need to train on. There's too many things our internal office needs to know and explain and be able to answer the questions. Scheduling becomes more complex. We serve too many different kinds of clients. We do commercial, we do residential, we do big residential, we do small residential. I'll use the service offering again. We do fertilization weed control for some clients. For other clients, we just mow their lawn or we just do pest control. Too many variables. And the reason I'm talking about this is especially true when you're under a couple $1 million, because this complexity just slows everything down. We serve too many areas. We go to too many different neighborhoods, too many different geographic areas. The unlock here is to be able to focus on a very specific kind of client in very specific kind of neighborhoods where you can imagine what their day looks like, what their frustrations are, what the items on their to-do list are that they want to get off their to-do list. How can you help them? How do you need to talk to them? Are they two-income family? Do they have 2 kids? What's their situation so that you can talk to them from a marketing standpoint and connect with them? We learn from too many individuals. We watch 50 people on YouTube. We read 50 different books. We listen to 50 different podcasts. We take a little from this one, a little from that one, a little from this one, and we're just constantly jumping around in our learning, jumping around, and we got an idea here, we implement it. We got another idea over here, we implement it. I'd suggest you pick a couple people. A couple people are actually doing it. They're in the game, meaning they're not now just teaching. They actually get their hands dirty. They're actually still involved in business, and they know what they're doing, and listen to them and go really deep with them. When you find somebody that you're certain really knows what they're talking about and has really done it and really lived it, you go really deep and you learn everything they have to teach, and you implement everything that they share with you as best you can. So the concept here is that we simplify. We do less so that we can go faster. We go deeper. We go deeper into a market. We go deeper with the marketing campaign. We go deeper into a geographic area and get more clients. We don't just have a few and then go to the next market. We win as many clients as we possibly can. That strategy, while maybe counterintuitive, is the way you go fast. It's the way you build something bigger, faster. It's not about doing more in 10 different things and the next new idea. It's about figuring out what you're already doing and becoming the absolute best at it. Can't wait to share my next friend with you. See you on the next episode.